Jackson. We're going to be hosting the EDC Games. And if you're asking what are the EDC Games, that is actually going to be the Everyday Carry Games. And it's going to take place here on the range. You actually get ahead of the barriers, and we're going to shoot pistols and rifles. We're going to have two different styles of competitions. One is going to be revolvers and lever action guns for the old school guys, and then we're going to have a modern division, which will be semi-automatics. The nice thing about the EDC games is if you guys are familiar with tactical games or USPA shooting or any type of standard defensive pistol sporting games, you normally have to have specialized equipment, specialized guns. It costs a lot of money, it's a lot of rounds, and with things that are going on today, ammo's expensive, guns are expensive. That's not what the EDC games is about. What the EDC games is going to do is going to be very low round count, very low intensity on the actual physical portion of the game. The basis and concept of this is to get people from your CCW and give you a stepping stone into something like running and gunning, doing tactical games, and doing the cool special operations, game world for the shooting sports industry. With that being said, most of these competitions have caliber classifications, size classifications, round counts. We're not doing that. The cool thing with the EDC games is it's literally your EDC. So what do you carry? What do you use on a daily basis? So to kind of set some cool ground rules on how this is going to work. Your revolver classification is real simple. Any revolver. Guys, we already know you're going to have a 6-shot or a 5-shot, 357 Magnum, 44, 45 long Colt if you're into cowboy action shooting, so awesome. A cylinder gun. When you get into your lever actions, we already know we're going to have 30-30s, 45 long Colt, 45-70 government. It doesn't matter. You want to bring in a 357 or a 44 Magnum and shoot in a lever action division, that's great. All you're going to need for that class is a holster for your pistol and some type of sling for your rifle. That's it, and some ammo. And we'll get into round count. The round count is going to be very similar in both classes. So, moving into the semi-auto division. The semi-auto division will be open, does not matter your caliber, doesn't matter length and size of gun, if it's a steel frame, if it's a polymer base. So if you want to shoot your 1911, you want to shoot your Glock, you want to shoot your SIG, you want to shoot your Tnsteyr, you want to shoot your High Point, you're totally welcome. If that's what you carry, that's what you're going to shoot. To kind of give you an idea, this is my EDC. It holds 17 rounds. It is a 9mm, 4-inch pistol. This is my EDC gun. This is what I carry every day. So that's what we're going to use and show. Getting into your rifle, you're going to use your standard truck gun. Now, most people are like, EDC and a rifle, that doesn't make a lot of sense. Yes, it does. A lot of guys that live in the country or that travel that understand how to work or you get into it when you transport your basic rifle. It doesn't have to have all the fancy gizmos. You don't have to have tons of optics on it and red dots or thermals. You don't need that. You need your basic carbine. So any semi-automatic carbine. So that helps you guys, anybody that owns an AR, an AK, a CZ Scorpion, one of the variants, something in 300 blackout, your custom AR style builds, your custom 9mm AR pistols, your 5.7 SP90s, doesn't matter. Just has to be a carbine, actually has to be a rifle, so no short barrel pistol arm brace setups that you're trying to use like as an SBR. So getting into your actual carbine. So you need a pistol and a rifle. In your pistol class, for how things are going to work and equipment you're going to need. So your standard pistol, you've got 2 magazines, you're going to need a holster. It does not matter. It can be an outside, it can be an appendix rig, it can be an inside. As long as it mounts and goes to your belt line, so no shoulder rigs, no leg rigs, goes on your belt, inside, outside. It can be Kydex, it can be leather, it doesn't matter. So to kind of run down on the equipment side, you're going to need a pistol, 2 magazines, and a holster. For your carbine, for your rifle, you're going to need your rifle, a single magazine, and you're going to need a sling on your rifle. It'll look kind of goofy if you're trying to compete in these games when you have to carry your rifle if you have to pick up a sandbag, or you have to move a chair and you're trying to hold a gun, you're trying to hold it in your teeth. So that's the reason that you need a sling. It doesn't matter if it's a web sling, if it's nylon, leather, as long as it's an actual sling, it mounts to us. So, no shoestrings, no paracord, but it actually has to be a sling mounted to the rifle that carry it in a safe manner. So we're going to get into it. We're going to show you here on the range what we're kind of dealing with. As you see, this here is our rifle bay, and it is 25 yards. This would be one of the bay facilities that we're going to use. It is set up, it is 5 bays wide by 25 long. You're going to get up here, and somewhere in this engagement zone, we're going to engage targets, and then we're going to move. And you're going to have to do a set of specific steps in these games. So if you're familiar with like the tactical games and how that works, normally it's some type of physical activity, so push-ups or jumping jacks, or simply picking up an object and moving it. So with that being said, that's kind of how we're going to start off. There's going to be a physical aspect of moving, pushing, or pulling something to a distance somewhere in here. You're going to go back, you're going to load your pistol, and you're going to turn around and you're going to engage a target. Now the cool thing with the EDC games is the round count, how we're going to do that. Because of ammo cost, and this is getting people into the sport, it's going to be low round count. So we're going to be under 50 rounds for your pistol and under 30 rounds for your rifle. That's all the ammunition you need. There's going to be, in this facility, there's actually 2 of these lanes. There's one on the other side of this wall over here. That will be designated for the pistol, and this one will be designated rifle, or vice versa. So with that being set up, each one of these bays, these rooms, so there's 2, we're going to shoot pistols over here. You're going to transition to the opposite bay, and that's where you're going to use your rifle. And there's going to be another set of circumstance or something you'll have to do on the rifle. You're also going to learn how to do mag changes. So that is how the game is going to be played. We're going to do this on a time basis and shot placement. We're going to be using standard full silhouette targets at somewhere between 3 and 25 yards here inside. You won't know what the game is until you're actually here. So that's kind of the cool idea for this, and there's no age limit. Granted, if you're a minor, under 18, you will need your parent, but this doesn't matter. You can be, 16, 18 years old, all the way to 70 or 80 if you can participate and actually do the physical activity. So that's the cool thing with this setup and this concept and idea. So getting out and actually using your gun, learning how it works, and actually understanding the mechanics of doing stuff, let alone putting a little thought process to it. So that's kind of the introduction of what the EDC games are.